Okay, welcome to the channel. I promise you'll never see a worse video than this. My name doesn't matter yet because this is video number one, and let's face it, you have no idea or care who I are, and somehow I popped up on your thread, or for some reason I'm 100 videos down down the path, and you found me anyway. So, welcome to the most hidden marketing channel you ever see. There'll be no cuts, there'll be no anything. I'm just going to rant here for a minute to get over my fear of being on camera. And so, if you're still here, welcome. You're going to get some of the best marketing knowledge that I paid $70,000 for over the last 10 years. First of all, let's start with where to start marketing if you haven't yet. So, there are three gurus in the space I follow predominantly. If you want to start with Facebook ads, I start with Billy Jean. Um, he's got a lot of great content over the last 10 years. He talks about ads. He talks about direct response marketing, primarily on Facebook. He's got great content. Uh, he's very witty, very snazzy, very. I hope he never sees this. He would have a heart attack if I said he was snazzy. Um, he's oh my gosh. He's one of the greats. Everybody has opinions on him, and as you'll find out one day, if you're not offending somebody, you're not doing marketing right. Then we have Russell Brunson. He's the king of the funnel. He's got Funnel Hacker Society. ClickFunnels is his program or his software. He's since moved on from that to the Fountainhead. He's got thousands of videos on marketing training. He's got something called ClickFunnels Live. It's absolutely amazing. If you want to learn what to do after the click, uh, you go to Russell Brunson. He's got landing pages, the thank you page, the post thank you page, and the upsell, the now, more, faster, better. He's amazing. You'll love him. Then we have the king of scaling over here, Alex Hormozy. He has hundreds of free videos. They're all great. They're all on scaling a business, talking about businesses in general, talking about the offer. Russell Brunson talks about the offer too. Alex covers it quite a bit differently and very effectively. He's got free courses as well. I highly recommend. Um, Also, you can go to kingspath.ai. That's my business that I'm spinning up. If you've been here this far, I guess I'll tell you who I am. My name is Kingsley. I've been a marketer for 10 years. I've been good at it for eight. As you can see, I follow gurus to get my training. Over the last 10 years, I've spent $70,000 on those trainings. And I've been working the 9 to 5. I've been an ad buyer. I've been a strategist. I have been digging into AI. I've certified in LLMs and AI GPT level about 6 years ago when it first came out, 5 years ago. And I've been digging into agentic systems for about a year now, and it's beyond amazing. At first, when you hop into Facebook to build ads, you work with it takes about maybe an hour to build out, 30 to 80 ads, 2 hours, 3 hours. With agentic systems that I've created, I can build out 100 ads in 20 minutes. It takes about half an hour to prep them with the agents. And I'll talk about that later. But essentially, agentic systems are coming, they're here, and they speed you up amazingly. Uh, my predominant focus was marketing, and then I moved into agentic systems. What you will find is that if you can ask questions, the agent will want to give you what you want. If you don't like the response, challenge the agent. There's skills all over the place. I myself have built lots of skills, and I'll be looking for clients from these videos, and obviously trying to work with people and teaching them what they don't know, and hopefully getting them to work with me, which includes you apparently, if you're still here at this level. Let's see. So we talked about my gurus, talked about experience, talked about skills. Let's talk about how to get started in marketing. When you want to market, there's a pathway a lot of people follow. Generally, you create a product and then you try to sell the product is the baseline of most businesses. Let's say a good supplement or something that helps mommy in the kitchen when she's got three kids screaming for snack time. Like the timed animal food bowls, not for kids, obviously. The timed animal food bowls, though that'd be a great a great commercial is the mom complaining about her kids, and then talking about the automatic food dispenser and how easy it was to, to feed her children. And then it turns out it's animals and it's a dog dish, an automated dog dish. You can steal that idea. But you need beyond before that, you actually need a pain point that you're looking for if you want really successful marketing. The pain point allows you to have, uh, a point of interest, whereas someone who is walking down the path won't care about having shoes until they step on a goat head or a sticker bush or a thistle. Once they step on a thistle, not only do they need the thistle removed, so there's one pain, they don't want to step on a thistle again. And so they have shoes that handle that. Is very crude, bad analogy, but hopefully effective. You have, when you have a pain, you want to identify the pain and describe it better than anyone else so that they will demand the solution from you. Someone who steps on a thistle isn't going to want socks. Someone who steps on a thistle isn't going to want a hat to keep the sun off their head. Someone who steps on a thistle isn't going to want a sprinkler system for their garden. They want something to cover their feet so they don't step on another thistle. Um, Really good marketing threatens that the thistle is in the path and they need the shoe before they step on the thistle. Uh, that goes to a whole other thing that I won't be covering in this video. Uh, Essentially, after you have the pain point, you identify, well, after you have before the offer, you need the pain point. Before the pain point, you need the audience, which is someone who loves hiking and generally doesn't wear shoes. So they think they're safe. They are happy hiking. They hike all the time. They've never stepped on a thistle. Uh, and that's the audience you go for, the persona, as Facebook calls it, or and other marketing principles call it. So you have a ideal customer profile and a persona. We used to run uh, a 35-year-old woman who goes out to hike in the mornings and wants to be away from her kids, uh, and wants to be out there for, an hour hiking as the ideal customer profile. Then you identify their pain, you provide the solution, you explain it better than anyone else, and they will, when they're in that pain, they will look for the solution from you. That being said, there are several levels of awareness or temperature of audience. Excuse me. On future videos, I'll be cutting out the parts where I have to swallow the gunk that you're seeing. I apologize. Fortunately, I'm not clearing my throat every 5 seconds, I hope. I guess I'll check once I'm done recording. But there are several levels of temperature of audience that we get from the book Great Leads, which I highly recommend. That's the first book plug I'll make in this video. Again, if you're still here, awesome. But essentially, in Great Leads, it talks about customer awareness levels and then hooks lead types to them. So the customer awareness levels are unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, most aware. Five. I keep wanting to say there's six, but there's five. And essentially, someone who's unaware either has no idea there is a problem or faces the problem for so long they think there's no solution to it. Someone who's problem aware knows there's a problem and it is large enough that it causes them pain and they are very aware of the pain. Once the pain gets so much, they start looking for solutions. That's where they transfer from problem aware to solution aware. Solution aware is actively looking for a solution to their pain. Once they start finding solutions, they become product aware, meaning they know that a vacuum cleans dirt off a rug, or that there's a specific spray that will keep the odor from their pets making messes on the carpet, and help clean up that mess so you don't, keep smelling it on the carpet without having to spend hundreds of dollars to clean the carpet. Then there's brand aware. There was six brand aware, meaning that they are aware of you as a brand and are considering you, the brand, as their solution. And then once you've made the customer and made that first sale, it's your job to move them down the path and become most aware, which is the hot customers, the fans, the shut up and take my money territory, if you will. Um, so we've talked about the audience has a pain. You make an offer for a product and a solution. We've talked about uh, levels of awareness for the customer. Now let's talk about advertising for the customer. Now, Alex Ramosi talks about there are four ways to perform marketing. One is, it's called his, oh my gosh, his key 100. I'm saying that wrong. But it's you spend 100 minutes a day. You spend time doing one of these four things. One is uh, cold outreach, warm outreach, paid ads, or making content. As you can see, I chose to make content because I can't afford ads at the moment. Uh, and again, that's why you're seeing this first very raw, very bad video. The next ones will be better and much more scripted and much higher, much more controlled content. With those four, there's very specific ways you go about it. Most companies think paid ads is the way to go. And as a paid performance advertiser myself, I can tell you they do work. They require things around them to work. So in order to get paid ads to work, again, you have to have an audience, a clear persona, a clear problem they're facing, a offer of solution that makes sense and is different, not so much louder than the competition, but different than the competition, and explaining their problem well enough that they demand a solution from you. Uh, with that in mind, if you have all those things, you can create an ad. And AI is where this has really come together for me. It's in the early days, you can create one great ad, maybe in half an hour to 2 hours, depending on your skill level as an avid advertiser, ad buyer, strategist, and copywriter. With that, you can create the ads. In the early days, it took that long, so I could test out 5, 6 ads in a week without issue. Now with agentic systems, I can create 100 ads in 2 hours, test them in 3 days, uh, and then move them to from phase to phase, and have one effective ad in at the end of 2 weeks. After testing over 100, possibly testing over 100 ads for resonation and landing page, before moving on to per funnel step, and we'll get there. Once you have the ad, you find your resonation on platform, and there are in my next video, which I will put a link up here as soon as it's done, because it's official video number 1 for this channel. I think it's up here. It'll be here, 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 or here. I'm not sure where it's going to be yet, but essentially, I say essentially a lot. I think so. I'll stop doing that. Uh, what you will see in resonation of ad is that you have your link click through rate, your video view number. Those are the two key methods or metrics when you're looking for, oh my gosh, those are the key metrics when you're looking for resonation of traffic, because that's what a traffic goal will aim for is cheap clicks, cheap landing page views. If that ratio is smaller than 80% resonance, then you have a problem with the landing page. Again, we'll cover that in the next video. For a conversion ad, you're looking for what does it take to get from the landing page to the add to cart, or the landing page to the button if you're running lead gen, uh, and track that at every step of the funnel as you're going. Uh, And for e-com, you go landing page, add to cart, checkout, purchase, and there's very set percentages that you're looking for. You want a 10% baseline resonation to the add to cart, so click to the add to cart. You want about 50% between the add to cart and the checkout, and you want at least 40% between the checkout and the purchase. If you have less than that percentage wise, then you are not optimized, and that's the point in the funnel I would optimize next. Once you think the ads are resonating to a point where you can get traffic down that funnel, and you will see leak after leak after leak. And the point is to work on one leak at a time. One of the principles I teach specifically to my clients is there's always one bottleneck. And if you go to King's Path Day, oh my gosh, kingspath.ai, I talk about you find one block and you fix it, and you fix them one at a time. And when you're done, you have an optimized funnel. And it goes to be essentially one road to Rome, and you gain what you need. Again, kingspath.ai. Sorry, again, I told you this was going to be a terrible video. If you've made it this far, kudos, and I'll happily give you a free teardown of your entire business to help you find out where that is. Again, kingspath.ai. You can sign up for your own thing if you want to. So we've talked about gurus, we've talked about temperature, we've talked about ads, we've talked about the funnel. What other things can I talk about that will be essential for anyone learning how, where, when, and why to market? Let's talk about, so we talked about Facebook too. Let's talk about TikTok. TikTok absolutely can work. TikTok is a different beast than Facebook. When you're creating a TikTok business that you want to advertise, you need to be putting content out there consistently. I know you need to be putting content out consistently for awareness and brand building. So consistently on Facebook, consistently on LinkedIn if you're B2B. TikTok, you have to be putting out uh, valuable or entertaining or instructional content on TikTok daily, at least 4 times a week, bare minimum. And then if you can nail that cadence, then you want to work on, oh my goodness. If you want that cadence, you have to work on that consistency. Sorry, if you want that cadence with ads, you have to have that consistency on organic. TikTok absolutely prefers running ads that are taking your organic posts and turning them into paid advertising. Um, TikTok will penalize you, or at least as of July 2026, TikTok still penalizes you, to my knowledge, if you don't do that. The other way you can really succeed on TikTok is to have influencers run videos for you in the TikTok shop on a commission basis. Um, so many products do that on TikTok. It's kind of the TikTok ecosystem. Um, let's talk LinkedIn. LinkedIn again, an entirely different beast. And B2B is again, it is B2B is not a different beast from D2C. It is on a different scale. And what I say by scale is when you're working on Facebook ads and you're looking for a front end sale, generally you want to be able to be on a 1-to-1 ratio with your MER, which is your marketing efficiency ratio, and that's paid advertising over business costs. Uh, Meaning, if you spend 20% of your revenue on marketing, then it is a 20% MER. Generally speaking, in the best brands I've ran, MER is between 15 and 20% of online revenue, and between 5 and 10% of global revenue. So brick and mortar, online, partnerships, everything. Um, I think that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to look me up. It's Kingsley53 on LinkedIn. If you want to work with me, I've got to sign up on my website. Again, it's kingspath.ai. I've also got a link down here into the description if you want to set up an appointment to talk to me yourself. Again, I don't expect it. This is going to be the worst video you're ever going to see on this channel, and I'll see you in the next one.